In this lesson, we're going to remind ourselves how to work out the area and circumference of a circle. Again, we've done this before, but it's useful revision, and it's also going to be helpful with the volume work that we're going to look at in the future lessons. So let's remind ourselves of the two formulae that you need to know. First of all, if I want to work out the area of a circle, I need to do pi times the radius squared. Secondly, if I want the circumference, that is like the perimeter of the circle, I need to do pi times diameter. That means at the start of each question I need to work out whether I'm given the radius or diameter and then find the other one. In my first question I'm given the radius, that is the distance from the centre to the outside, so I can write down that the radius is equal to 9 kilometres. I know that the diameter is going to be double this, which is 18. The diameter is the distance from one side of the circle to the other, passing through the centre. If I look at my second example, I know that that is exactly what I have here, so I can say that the diameter is 20 metres, and therefore the radius is going to be half of that, which is 10. So, having a look again at this first example, the area is going to be pi times my radius of 9 squared. Now I'm going to need my calculator to work this out. I press shift and my pi button. I'm going to times it by 9 and then press my squared button, and when I press equals, this is going to give me my answer in terms of pi. Now usually you're going to be asked to leave it to a number of decimal places or significant figures. In this example, I'm going to press my SD button to get it as a decimal and write it to one decimal place. So that means that my area is equal to 254.5. My units are kilometres, and because it's an area, I get kilometres squared. For my circumference, I know that I need to do pi times diameter. So that's pi times by 18, because we worked out the diameter to be 18. Again, I'm going to need to use my calculator, press shift and my pi button, times it by 18 this time, and press equals. Use my SD button to convert it to a decimal, and that means to one decimal place my circumference is 56.5. Because my units are kilometres, I'm going to put that in, and we know that it's a distance because the circumference is like the perimeter, so I don't need any squares or cubes at the end. In my second example, I can do exactly the same thing. So my area is going to be pi times the radius, which is 10 squared. We work that out. I can then need to get my calculator. I press shift, my pi button, and times by 10 to the power of 2. Press my SD button, and that will give it me as a decimal, and I can round that to one decimal place. So 314.2. This time the units are metres, so it's going to be metres squared. For the circumference, I want to do pi times diameter, so I do pi times by 20. Again, get my calculator, press the shift button and pi times by 20. Convert my answer to a decimal, and that means the circumference of my second circle is 62.8 metres. As with yesterday, you should now go on to MyMaths and complete the two tasks that I've set for you on there. The first one is for area of circles, the second one is all to do with circumference of circles. You should aim to get at least 70% on both of these tasks. If your score doesn't quite meet that criteria, you can use the Results tab on the left hand side to find these tasks again and redo them. Good luck. If you are struggling to complete some of the work from today's lesson, then please do not hesitate to get in touch via comment on Show My Homework. I'll try to make myself as available as possible and get a reply to you as quickly as I can. If the issue requires a little bit more input from myself, I might ask to arrange a time to meet on Teams where I can give you some personalised help with that specific problem.